what is it that drove the Trump administration to open up private investments to the 401k platform? You've got, on the one hand, you've got traditional advisors and maybe your more mainstream advisors, your, Fidelity or your Edward Jones, Merrill Lynch, whatever the case may be, your traditional advisors, and they say, well, these alternatives have a lot more risk with them. But you've got the Trump administration, who, first of all, Trump has built his wealth in alternative investments. But secondly, they're looking at a focus and really executed an executive order to bring these alternative investments to mainstream so that 401k, the individual investor through their 401k has access to these types of investments. Why do you think that is?
Yeah, you mentioned it earlier, Ty. It's kind of ironic that, if you had a parent that was a blue collar worker in the 60s or 70s, and let's just say they were working on the assembly line at General Motors, and they participated in the pension plan, which most of them did, they had access to alternative investments because those pension plans, they're going to invest for a certain targeted return rate, right? And they're going to manage risk reward, obviously, but they had access to alternative investments as a blue collar worker. If you are a very sophisticated investor today, maybe you're a partner in a law firm, an IT specialist, a orthopedic surgeon that participates in your practice's 401k plan, there's a good chance you actually don't have access to alternatives. And you're coded typically as a more sophisticated investor. So, there were some ironies going on there. And I think that was one of the things that really pressed the need to start to address this.